Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of Squid Game. If you've binge-watched Season 2, you know the finale ended on a massive cliffhanger. While it felt like only half the story, there's good news. Season 3 is slated to arrive by June 27, 2025. The wait for Season 3 might feel long, but the leaks and theories about the new games are already making waves. Buckle up as we dive deep into every potential game awaiting contestants in the final season. From deadly playground classics to life-sized strategy games, we'll explore it all. The mid-credit scene in Season 2 offered our first glimpse into Season 3's deadly lineup. We saw the iconic Young-hee, the red light, green light doll, joined by a new character, Cheol-su. Together, they promise to kick off the next season with a high-stakes game that builds on the chaos of their original challenge. This time, the rules of red light, green light are getting a terrifying twist. While Young-hee scans the front, Cheol-su will patrol behind, ensuring no player can hide or avoid detection. Contestants will have to navigate an open field, dodging obstacles and surviving under the dual scrutiny of the deadly robot duo. Some speculate the field may include rotating platforms or shifting terrain, making it impossible to rely on others for cover. And with Cheol-su rumored to have a weapon of his own, even the slightest hesitation could mean instant elimination. Next up is the rumored Jack and Jill game. Unlike Jack and Jill, this traditional Korean game resonates with the core of Squid Game's cultural authenticity, making it the most likely addition to the next season. Imagine this. Pairs of players are tied together, forced to climb a steep and slippery hill while carrying heavy buckets of water. The path? Littered with traps, collapsing platforms, and slippery slopes. A single misstep could send both players tumbling to their doom. Some fan theories suggest the buckets might represent a survival countdown. If the water runs out before reaching the top, the pair is eliminated. This dynamic forces contestants to strategize carefully, balancing speed and safety. However, more likely, the game looks to be based on a traditional Korean children's game, Dong 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 Daemoon. Here's how it works. Young-hee and Cheol-su form a bridge with their hands. Contestants must pass through in single file while music plays. But when the music stops, the bridge collapses, and anyone trapped underneath is instantly eliminated. To make it more nerve-wracking, the green light only allows forward movement, and players must navigate obstacles or barriers to reach safety. Contestants will need to move quickly and time their steps perfectly to avoid getting caught. Dong 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 Daemoon would also test players' trust and willingness to cooperate or betray each other. In a desperate bid to survive, contestants might push others forward, forcing them into danger to save themselves. Fans with sharp eyes have spotted another clue in the murals: monkey bars. While it might sound like harmless fun, Squid Game will undoubtedly turn this childhood favorite into a grueling test of physical endurance and mental resolve. Imagine a massive playground structure, suspended hundreds of feet above the ground. Contestants must traverse the monkey bars, swinging from one to the next, all while racing against the clock. But there's more to it than just making it across. Adding to the challenge, there may be timed obstacles, moving bars, or even the possibility of other contestants sabotaging your progress. Some bars might be rigged to collapse under too much weight. Others could deliver an electric shock to anyone who touches them. The real challenge lies in the psychological aspect. Watching others fall to their deaths creates an atmosphere of sheer panic. Players might rush and make fatal mistakes or freeze entirely, knowing the smallest slip could seal their fate. To make matters worse, the bars could be spaced irregularly, forcing contestants to use creative methods to traverse gaps. And if that's not enough, the game might include a twist. Players working in pairs or groups, with some acting as spotters or even saboteurs. Contestants will need to carefully calculate each move, balancing their strength with their ability to assess which bars are safe. Physical strength and mental focus will be the key to survival in this game. Monkey bars isn't just about physical strength. It's a brutal combination of endurance, precision, and the ability to stay calm under unimaginable pressure. Moving into the more strategic territory, human chess could pit players against one another in a life-size chess match. Contestants are split into two teams, black and white, each representing a side of the chessboard. A designated leader for each team makes the moves, while the players act as the pieces themselves. Each move would result in the capture and elimination of another contestant. The stakes are even higher when you consider the mental aspect. The tension comes from the stakes. Players know their survival depends entirely on their leader's decisions. Alliances and betrayals could form as contestants lobby for their positions on the board, creating a volatile environment. Imagine the endgame. Only a few pieces remain, and both leaders must weigh every move carefully. Should they sacrifice weaker players to save stronger ones, or risk their team's survival for a bold strategy? Human chess takes the classic game of strategy and adds a layer of psychological warfare, forcing contestants to become both pawns and masterminds in a deadly contest. Finally, we have Go or Baduk, an ancient strategy game beloved in Korea and across Asia. Its inclusion would honor the series' cultural roots, while introducing a game that's both complex and deadly. In traditional Baduk, players place stones on a grid to claim territory, surrounding their opponent's stones to capture them. In Squid Game's adaptation, contestants might act as the stones themselves, moving strategically across a giant board. To survive, players must not only secure their positions, but also prevent their opponents from trapping them. Each move becomes a life or death decision. The real twist comes in the consequences of being captured. Imagine players who are surrounded, being forcibly eliminated on the spot. The game would demand both tactical brilliance and the ability to anticipate your opponent's moves. Baduk embodies the themes of Squid Game perfectly: strategy, survival, and sacrifice. Its complexity makes it a fitting finale, forcing contestants to rely on their intellect while grappling with the moral implications of their choices. But what if there's more? Some theories suggest new twists like multi-round challenges, team-based survival, or even games targeting contestants' deepest fears. Could there be a game that requires contestants to make moral sacrifices, choosing who lives and dies? Season 3 promises to be the most intense chapter yet, with games like Dong 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 Daemoon, Monkey Bars, Human Chess, and Baduk pushing contestants to their limits. Each game reflects the series' commitment to blending physical, mental, and emotional challenges. Which of these games will test contestants to their limits? And how will Gi-hun's quest for justice play out against the frontman's sinister plans? Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Squid Game. If you're as excited as we are, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more updates.